Yellow, everyone. Thank you all for showing up. Did have a little bit of internet connection issues, but this should be resolved now. And sorry, I'm already like scrolling through the slides here, but we'll get things started. First of all, I want to say thank you all for coming through to our third community meeting here at the Tech Hustle. If this is the first time you're here, welcome. If you were here last time, welcome back. And definitely, if you're not already signed up on our platform, our actual community platform called School, definitely sign up and very much appreciate all the support. So today's conversation, what we're going to be focusing on is going to quickly talk about the community. Afterwards, I'm going to have a quick rundown of, a little bit more about me. One of the founders and CEO of the community itself, but just talk about a little bit about my journey and also the different things that you get by joining this community in terms of just my past experiences and jumping into those type of conversations. We will have a chance for some question and answers at the end. But let's just jump right into talking about the community itself. So, first off, my name is Bobby Dorless. My friends call me Bobby D. And yes, I'm an engineer. I've been at the field or at the keyboard for more than almost 20 years now, working in systems engineering, but also as a software engineer. My main, let me say, skill set, excuse me, is systems engineering. And software engineering is something I developed over the years because I needed to learn how to automate myself out of a job. So hopefully we can talk a little bit more about that afterwards too. So what is the tech hustle community and who are we? The tech hustle community is definitely on a mission to empower, elevate, and ensure that those that are underrepresented in the field of technology engineering has a home, has a place to grow, and definitely myself and my crew. That's Raymond, my cousin Raymond. Don't call him Ray Ray, and then my guy D Hustle. Looks like Darwin's on the line. What's up, Darwin? And in general, the three of us are here to continue to support you and this community that we're building by providing resources, mentorship, and overall a platform for us to grow. Now, the Tech Hustle does offer courses, cohorts, and we're kind of trying to figure out how we're going to really label these things, either master classes, courses, or cohorts. But these are the areas of focus that we're going to be pursuing one of the first offerings here at the community. We will definitely be focusing on IT fundamentals. Now, this is just diving into the understanding of all the things in terms of opportunities, skills, job roles, and definitely technology that's involved in IT information technology. Because I think there is it's somewhat of a limitation with a lot of people are being exposed to either it's just software engineering or like DevOps engineering or cybersecurity is really popular, but we definitely will talk about broader skill sets in the field of engineering and technology. We also have a technical handbook or technical interview preparation cohort that we're going to be putting together. This is going to be focusing on those that are in the pipeline of either getting a job, looking for a job, actively interviewing, or potentially looking for an internship, and more or less just teaching the skills that I feel, especially somebody that's interviewed hundreds of candidates before, will definitely give you an opportunity to level up. And we'll get some insights from other co-members here at the Code Path or here at the Tech Hustle. Here at the Tech Hustle, that will definitely give you all some of their experiences that they have because D Hustle's been in the field for more than 10 years. And then Raymond, don't call him Ray Ray's also been at the field just as long as I have with 20 plus years. Another area of focus that we'll be focusing on here in the community is developing skills around Linux administration. This is more or less with systems administration. Also, cloud administration. If you're not familiar with cloud, that's anything that's AWS, GCP, or Azure, and any other cloud platforms out there. And definitely want to encourage everyone to sharpen up their skills around cloud. And then we'll have classes, cohorts, or master class, whichever one we decide, around Python, a programming language. Now, Python is my most proficient programming language, but I definitely know that there are broader languages out there, especially languages on the client side, languages on the front end, and then obviously back end languages. We'll definitely have cohorts and courses that come up in the near future, but these are the ones we have up first. If you are interested in signing up for any of the cohorts and courses that we have, please do reach out to myself or D Hustle. We're always on the school platform, so feel free to DM us or post a question in there. We can definitely give you some more insights into these specific courses. Now, the community itself, one of the foundational things that I want to emphasize here is that we are building a community first. A community for me is a place and a group of individuals that are like-minded with diverse backgrounds and definitely are looking to level up in either fields of engineering or technology. We will eventually be meeting you all out in these streets and pulling up to your cities. And definitely want to give a big shout out to the first city, well, the second city that we're pulling up to, because we pulled up to Miami last month. But this month we're actually going to Atlanta, Georgia. We're going to be down at the NESB conference and Atlanta Cloud Conference from March 20th to the 24th. If you are in Atlanta and you want to come and hang out with us, really just, meet the crew and definitely chop it up a little bit with us, hit us up on school. We'll be on the platform making further announcements about it. But in terms of just this illustration here, I just want you all to know that we are building a community that we can all feel like it's our home, and we definitely have an opportunity to learn and develop together. And the last thing is join us, right? Join the community if you're not already on school. I'll provide some links afterwards for you all to check out. And I think most people that are listed here are already on our platform. So definitely big ups to you and thank you all for coming through.
Thank
I
you
am
all.
going to open up for some questions real quick. I see D House. So what you had something to say? What's up, Darwin?
No, I was just gonna say thank you all for being here and the guys who already joined and our newcomers.
Yeah, for sure. Darwin is definitely very active in our school platform with daily motivation, definitely keeping everybody's mindset in the right frequency. So definitely, we really do appreciate you, Darwin, and everyone else that has already signed up. Now, I will spend some time after going through some questions if they are. So I'm definitely going to open up the floor for any questions about school, about our community, about our initiatives, what we're working on. So the floor is you all. And then afterwards, I'll definitely bring up some information, a little bit more about me in terms of my background. And then we'll have an opportunity for some more questions. So if anybody has any questions about our community we're building, the platform, or anything else about the tech hustle that might be interesting to you. So feel free to open up your mic or throw it in the chat. While you all are working on that, I did want to throw a plug in there, one for our podcast. Let me see if I can pull it on BuzzFeed. Or actually, no, we'll just go to our website. If you didn't know, our website is up and running, so definitely check out the techhustle.com. And I'm still waiting for any questions if there are any, but I just wanted to just to quickly go to one, our newsletter, which is definitely a place for information. And then the other thing is our podcast. So do a video and audio podcast that we publish on a weekly basis. We've been publishing mostly audio for season two, but season three is majority going to be video, and definitely want to encourage you all to check it out. Here goes our YouTube page for our recent video that we have posted there, and then all our previous episodes, and also our community meetings. We're definitely dropping our community meetings on our YouTube page, so definitely check us out on YouTube. And then, oh, look, there's actually this new feature or new, I don't know what this thing is called, maybe a section, but featuring me, Bobby D. There's a few podcasts that I appeared on, a few places that I've spoken on stage, and definitely encourage you all to check them out because I see those viewer counts. We need to bring them viewer counts up a little bit more. So definitely feel free to check that out. But that's the plug for the podcast. And then for the newsletter, we publish the newsletter once a month. It's the last Thursday of every month. If you're not already subscribed, please do. This is actually where we have the most oldest archives of content that we've created over the past 2 years working on the tech hustle, and definitely a place for you to get familiarized with not just us, but the things that we're really passionate about, and also our journey for the past 2 years building the tech hustle. So definitely check out our newsletter. All right. And then the last thing is our school platform. Most of you all, like I said, are familiar with school. So we are looking at, we're 94, 95 strong. Big ups, big ups to you all. We're definitely celebrating every growth and every new member that we have joining. And definitely looks like we've had some good activities. Yeah, appreciate you, D Hustle. And yeah, definitely check out our school platform. And those are our three main mediums. And I won't dive too much more and give anyone a chance to ask any questions, or we're going to transition into the second part of our community meeting today. All right, all right. So, our second part of our community meeting is I want to take a quick chance to kind of dive into a little bit more about my background. This week we'll do mostly talking about me, but like I said, we have two other members that we're going to pull up their LinkedIn and give a chance for you all to connect with them too. But this week I'm going to kick it off with me. And then also, I have an announcement at the end for next week because next week we do have a special event that's happening. So number one, if you're not on LinkedIn, you're missing out. LinkedIn is by far one of the best mediums for us to get connected with each other, but also being able to get your next opportunity and or engage with companies and or peers that you've worked with in the past. So definitely check us out. Check me out on LinkedIn. I'm definitely always looking to connect. Now, one of the things that is very noteworthy about my journey, and it's, if you didn't know, and I'll just read through my about me here, is that I'm a seasoned engineer, global speaker. So I'm speaking on stages around the world about technology and engineering, and I have a few posters here so you can take a look at it. I have 20 years of experience in technology and engineering, specializing in the practice of site reliability engineers. Now, if you're familiar with site reliability engineer, raise your hand or throw a one inside the chat room. Let me know if anybody's familiar with site reliability engineering, which I'll go into more details. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Akabar, thank you so much. Plus one for him. Yeah. And in general, site reliability with an emphasis of hyperscale distributed infrastructure. Now, when I say this line here with an emphasis of hyperscale distributed infrastructure, what I mean is that hyperscale, and actually we'll just look up the word hyperscale. And I think Wikipedia should be a good place to that pulls this up. Hyperscale. Oh, here it goes. Hyperscale computing. Just so that we're all on the same page, what hyperscale computing is. Hyperscale computing is the ability and architecture of a scale applicates to increase the demand and to add to a system. It's typically involved ability to seamlessly provide computing, memory, and network storage resources to a given node or set of nodes and make up a very large computer or a computing, distributed computing, or grid computing environment. And basically, what it's really just talking about is when I say hyperscale distributed infrastructure, is while I worked at Twitter, which is another plug if you didn't know, I actually helped manage one of the world's largest compute clusters, basically running the cloud infrastructure as an SRE. Now, if you're not familiar with the cloud, just think of it as the AWS, GCP, and Azure that everybody's talking about. When I worked at Twitter, we actually didn't have or we didn't run services on those platforms. We actually created and managed that platform internally ourselves. And that's what the hyperscale distributed infrastructure is, because it's not just 10 computers, 100 computers, but it's tens of thousands of computers around the world and these buildings called data centers. And literally, myself and a team of about 5 to 6 other engineers manage 90% of all the computers inside of those data centers working at that scale. A little bit more about me. I'm an outspoken, what is it? I'm known for my outgoingness, sorry, and historical knowledge of Twitter's tech and D&I journey. Like I said, I worked at Twitter for almost 10 years. D&I is diversity inclusion journey. One reason why I call this out is because while I actually worked at Twitter, I was actually one of only 5 engineers that I could count when I first started working there in 2013. And definitely proud by the time I left in 2022 that there were hundreds of other diverse engineers in our organization. But when I first started, definitely had a very scarce number. So I definitely have insights into that journey. And then one of my other big accomplishments working at Twitter is becoming a staff engineer. Becoming a senior staff engineer in my eyes, and actually achieving that title definitely reflected the type of scale support that I provided to the organization, but also being able to be put into a leadership position because at that time when that promotion happened, I was also the team lead of the compute platform specifically for SRE. And as I'm continuing my journey, I'm looking forward to the opportunity to contribute to my community, which is here at the Tech Hustle. Big shout outs to the Tech Hustle and all you all that's a part of it, by mentoring, coaching, and teaching the next generation of tech and the value of iDiversity. So that's a little bit about my background, or at least about the about me portion. And then some experiences. Yeah, I'm the founder and CEO here at the Tech Hustle. I also do some support for a nonprofit called CodePath. I'm not sure if anybody's familiar with it, but it's a real cool organization that's really also focusing on uplifting underrepresented minorities in the field of engineering, especially if they're pursuing a computer science degree. And definitely, if you're not familiar with CodePath, check them out. I actually have some good content out there recording, tech interview one-on-one with me. And actually their YouTube channel has even more content that I've helped create and provide some support. And before that, I worked at Twitter, like I said. And actually, there's this really cool article. I'm not sure if anybody has a chance to take a look at it, but this article is an article that I got a chance to publish an article on Red Hat's website. And it's actually by far one of my biggest accomplishments, especially being a systems engineer that really had the focus of Red Hat or Linux as one of my subject matter expert skill sets, is to be able to get an article published here. And this article actually goes into more details about site reliability engineering. So if you want to get more deep into site reliability engineering or understand it, definitely check out that article. And my time at Twitter, I worked as, a senior site reliability engineer, eventually becoming promoted to a staff. And before that, I worked as a systems engineer in the fleet management team. Now, fleet management is one of those organizations that a lot of people didn't even know Twitter had a team of engineers that were mainly focused on installing computers as quickly as possible so that we can, introduce them into production as soon as we can. We work really closely with our data center engineers and technicians, but one of our main goals were to automate the task or automate the responsibilities of, ensuring that a new computer, when it gets connected to the network, it automatically just, starts working. One of my cooler jobs there was definitely working on that team. And before working at Citrix, before working at Twitter, I spent some time at a company called Citrix Systems. And I also worked for the state local government here in South Florida for almost 6 years, becoming a senior administrator there. Education wise, I only have a 2-year technical school associate's degree, and then certifications were my main way of leveling up. That's with Red Hat certification, which is whenever I look at that article from Red Hat, I'm always so like in awe that the same company that I pursued the certification, which I was actually looking in my archive the other day. I believe it was in 2006 is when I got that certification. And then being able to, feature on their I believe it's their architecture website of Red Hat to be able to talk about my journey. So that was something real cool. And then I also have some few other certifications. Noteworthy ones are the Sun Solaris or Sun Certified Administrator, and then VMware. VMware, if you're not familiar with it, is another hypervisor that during the time when I got the certification was really popular on Dell and HP computers running Windows, and then virtualization being VMs would actually be running on those hardware. And actually, just thinking about that, I don't know if you all caught this post by one of our members here on school talking about VMware. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Where's Raymond's post? Raymond. He's talked about virtualization, VMware, or virtual environments. There's this tool called VirtualBox, which I use heavily when I worked at Twitter. And definitely want to encourage everybody, if you're looking for like a sandbox or creating your own home lab of computers and you don't have actual, hardware to actually install that operating system and things like that, this is a great alternative because you can create multiple operating systems to create maybe even your own home lab to be able to do some of the things that, you might be interested here at the tech hustle, but also in other environments to develop your skills. Yeah, and then that's a little bit it for me in terms of my skills. Oh, it looks like I got a few invites that I got to go work through. There goes our team squad on YouTube. And I think I lost my LinkedIn post, so we're done with that. All right. So that's a little bit it about me in terms of my skill sets, what I bring to the table, kind of my background, some of my proficiencies, like I said, in systems and engineering, but also in software engineering, and then my time working at Twitter and how impactful it has been for my career so far. One thing that I always also like to bring up in terms of like just my journey, a lot of people says, "Hey, number one, did I get kicked out before Elon got there, or did Elon, fire me?" Yes, I was actually out and left Twitter before Elon Musk even purchased the company. But I would potentially still be there if I didn't really have this passion, which is to go and create a community that looks like me, that are interested in things like me, and definitely a space that I could showcase my skill sets and ultimately help you all level up in your career. So one of the main reasons why I left Twitter or left the keyboard for a while is to build this community that we're working on right now and that we're building together. And really foundationally, I just want to just let you all know that I'm so excited for what's forthcoming for us. And as we continue to grow, I'm definitely looking forward to increasing the amount of knowledge that I'm going to be giving. D Hustle said, "Don't give it all away for free." So we're trying to find ways to make this very how can I say representative in terms of compensation to the things that we're going to be giving in terms of knowledge and resources. But definitely, this is the reason why I stepped away from Twitter, is to go build this community, and I'm really, really just proud of where we're at right now as we grow. So that is about it for me. I feel like I've been talking for 30, 40, 20 minutes straight. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to open up your mic. Feel free to drop your question in. And then I will actually be giving you all some updates on what we have coming up next week. Any questions at all? Any questions? All right, no questions, no worries. Ah, man, I hit the wrong button. Actually did full screen. Sorry about that, you all. No, I don't want to. Ah, man, I think I messed this thing up even more. Reload. Let me just click this button again. But anyways, are there any questions that we want to hash out before we wrap up our conversation today? I'm just going to stop sharing because that's just making me even, because this is recorded. Another thing is we do record these community meetings. Yeah, you've seen the ones that I posted on YouTube. We'll post it on YouTube a little bit afterwards. But in general, these community meetings are a time for us to gather together, chat up what we got going on in the community, give a quick introduction, especially for those that are new, on why we're here, the platforms that we are very loud on, such as our newsletter, our podcast, and obviously the school platform. And definitely a chance for you all to ask questions. Go ahead, Billy. Go ahead and ask your question.
I've been going around searching for information, just going all around about the place. And I want to hear from your perspective because like when people are talking about like when you're entering in and you're learning how to code and doing different things and various things, learning this command line and stuff like that, they always say that the most important part of the step is just it doesn't matter where you start at, but just as long as you start. I wanted to hear your perspective about that as well, just as far as like because everybody has a different opinion, and I wanted to hear what your part as far as the process of starting and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks a lot, Billy, for that question. And definitely big ups to you on your journey. When people are asking me like where to start and the benefits of it, and I really do resonate with this idea that it is just good for you just to start, right? The thing is that the spectrum of options you have is so broad, and I believe we may have talked about this briefly last time, Billy. Is like you can start off, building, web front ends to all the way building, hardware and operating systems. Like the spectrum of technology can be broad. But the thing that I would do definitely want to encourage you is definitely to start somewhere, but definitely start to search for what things are your specific interests or your niche or the things that you want to dive more deeper into. If it is Linux administration, cloud administration, DevOps, then yeah, learning the command line, learning how the computer works, or how you're able to connect this from my home to the internet. Those are definitely foundational things, are great places to start. If you're thinking about wanting to write code and be a software engineer, I would definitely say start off very small at in sense of learning a programming language. It's not like, hey, building a whole website is your first thing. My thing is like, hey, learn the basic principles first. Learn what a variable is, what a different data structure such as hash maps, dictionaries, or arrays and lists. Understanding the use case for them. Learn the basics first. Spend some time there before you move on to the next thing, and or to step it up into another project. That would always be my encouragement for people that are starting. And then my last advice, especially as everybody knows how overwhelming it can be when you start something new, especially when you're on your own, is lean on your community. We're here at the Tech Hustle, and we're here to support you. And if there is something that you're thinking about researching and learning, or you need peers to actually learn it with, this is the spot. This is what the tech hustle's for. Because I don't want you all to spend too many cycles, doing too many broad things and not really being able to make the actual impact that you're looking for. And the real reason of why the tech hustle here is for us to be able to provide some guidance to you all as you're searching and looking for the things that you're most interested in. So in terms of just my last, TLDR advices, throw it inside of the school platform. Let us know what you're thinking about working on. Let us know what skills you're interested in, and we will be following along and helping support you on that. And another plug that I'm going to throw out there is I'm not sure if you all had a chance to be introduced to our community AI. Her name is Jules AI. She is definitely there to support us. And I know I've kind of, called her she and also, kind of given her the AI name, but it's more or less just to make sure it's more personal to all of us. But overall, Jules' responsibility here at the community is to support you all as you're learning and developing. So definitely finding ways to interact with her will give you that feeling of having more than just yourself learning these new things. So definitely want to throw that on the table. And definitely, Billy, I appreciate your question. Hopefully, we all here to support you in learning and developing these skills. But I would say start with the basics. All right, all right. Any other questions on the table? Anything anyone's working on that's really interesting? Any cool projects, personal projects, maybe some stuff that you're working on at your job or some new tech that you're thinking about learning? Anybody? I'm gonna put you on the spot, Kabar, if you're available to turn on your mic and say what's up. But I recently seen that you had an update on an app that you're working on. Are you available to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just eating a salad on the side. Yeah,
No
some of the
worries.
work yeah, some of the work I'm doing on an app project that I'm working on. So I'm kind of working around basically creating like a movie like finder slash like basically being able to track like the movies you've seen and creating like playlists based on that. So like the latest update that I released out was some stuff with like sliding animations and Swift UI. It's an iOS app, so I've been doing that. And for another app, I might be looking around and doing something with the Stripe API. Still figuring that out, but yeah, that's kind of some of the stuff I'm thinking about and also working on right now.
Awesome, awesome, and welcome to the community. And that's this for everybody, here at the table. Bar and I have had a chance to have a few conversations as he's working on, developing skills and obviously career development. And I definitely been, on the sideline, very much admiring your work and want to, give you a big shout out. And keep pushing. And more or less, if you are available, to provide some, support to Kabar about, with applications you're working on and, be a user to test some of it. Just throw it in the school platform and we're all here rooting for you. So thanks for pulling up and really appreciate you.
Yeah, happy to be here and I really appreciate it, Bobby.
Yeah, yeah. So last person that I haven't had a chance to say hey to is Omar Stewart. How's it going?
Hey, how are you?
Awesome.
Sorry, I'm
Awesome.
just sitting here on mute. Great to meet you.
Yeah, for sure. Are you working on anything interesting at all?
Um, I'm kind of all over the place, hopping around different clouds and playing with stuff. Nothing specific, but I do try to contribute to a random GitHub project once in a while, but nothing
Awesome.
specific.
Oh, you actually gave me a nice little plug. And thank you so much for being here. We're here to support you. And like I said, we're building a community here, so don't feel out of place because you're a part of our group here. So you mentioned something on GitHub. I did want to let you know that the Tech Hustle has a GitHub project out there with a few repositories, just mostly focused on learning. But I will be releasing the new repository for Jules AI. Because Jules AI will be an open source project that we host here at the Tech Hustle. And I am looking for, members of the community to help me support and develop, add features, and definitely give a chance for you all to make some contributions. Let me see. I don't have it here because I'm not logged in, but it is a private repository right now. I'm actually going to be moving it to a public repository. So definitely check out our GitHub repo or GitHub, what I guess a project page. Yeah, that's what it is. GitHub project page for more details about the different project that we have. And also, if you're looking for your first contributions out in the open source community, definitely take a look at this project that we forked from first contributions, but it's going to be here locally. And basically what we're going to be doing is supporting you all as you're developing these skills around, committing code to GitHub. It goes through the process of how to do a Git clone, how to create a branch, how to switch branches, but ultimately how to make one of your first contributions. And we're definitely looking forward to all of our members being able to level up with this skill set around Git or specifically around programming. So definitely check us out and keep an eye out for this week's school post that will have you all get an email about it when I release Jules AI. Just for more context, it's written in Python. It uses just about all of OpenAI's APIs to kind of do certain things from text to voice, voice to text, to responses, basically talking on a Discord as a Discord bot. Also, we're working on something for it to communicate more effectively on school platform. But in general, if you're interested in contributing to an open source project like that, let me know, and we'll definitely have some more information about it when we post it this Friday. So keep an eye out. But Omar, congratulations and welcome to the crew. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, D Hustle, Darwin, you have any last words before we wrap up our meeting today?
Well, I just want to say thank you all for coming in, taking time of your day to listen to Bobby B get his knowledge out and show love to the community, and I do appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Darwin. We really appreciate you too. So the last thing that I want to mention is we will be next week attending the NESB conference in Atlanta, Georgia, and I actually will be speaking at another conference also. Let me see if I can do a quick share here. I thought I had it up here. What is the conference called? I think it's ATL Cloud Conference. Yes. So actually,
ATL Cloud, yeah.
I will actually be speaking at this cloud conference. And let me scroll down to my profile picture. Oh, there we go. And I will be speaking about behind the cloud at Twitter 1.0. So if anybody's in the Atlanta area and you're interested in coming through for this talk, I will be dropping some gems on this idea of how we built Twitter Cloud, and also around my skill sets around SREing and really the platform that we use, which is Aurora Mesos to manage our cloud platform. I believe it's like a 45-minute talk or so. Definitely keep an ear out on school because we will be making some more announcements in terms of the time slot. But definitely want to give everybody a chance to come and hear me speak on this subject because it's something that I'm really, really passionate about and definitely want to give some gems to our community. Also, we will be dropping some video content about the talk, maybe a day or two after the conference. So if you're not already following us on Instagram, on IG, definitely follow the Tech Hustle on IG. You can get all of our links if you go to our website up here at the top. You'll see our Twitter link, Instagram link, and then our IG links here. And I'll just click on the IG link there just real quick. Just come and check out the Tech Hustle. It's actually _ the Tech Hustle. And this is where we post some of our content from our podcast, but we'll definitely be doing a lot of posting while we're on site in Atlanta. And that is it in terms of announcements. Definitely want to encourage everyone to continue to be supportive in the community. It looks like we have a late arrival. Raymond, what's going on, Raymond? See if he opens his mic.
Yo, yo, yo.
All right, appreciate you pulling up. But we're wrapping up our conversation for today. Definitely want to say thank you, everybody, for listening in. We will be posting this on YouTube. So if there is a section you want to follow up with, and or if you want to chat more with us, find us on the school platform. That's where we'll be hanging out. Again, thank you all so much. And yeah, we look forward to connecting and seeing everybody in the next few days, and definitely on school. Thank you all so much. We'll chat soon. What up, Raymond?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's recording, so I'll cut it off. I'll give you a shout a little bit.
Okay.
All right, bye.